Gland is covered by a connective tissue capsule. It has two parts. Outer part is known as cortex and inner smaller part is known as medulla. Cortex has three zones. This is outer zone, zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata, which is 80% of the cortex, and zona reticularis. In zona glomerulosa, cells are pyramidal or columnar in shape. Spherical nuclei are present in the center, and they are arranged as rounded clusters known as glomeruli or curved columns. In between these glomeruli, sinuses are present. This is zona fasciculata. It consists of large polyhedral cells arranged in straight cords, which is one or two cells thick. In between these cords or fascicles, sinuses are present. These are sinuses. These are polyhedral cells, lightly stained spherical nuclei present in the center, and these cells are also known as spongocytes. This zone is zona reticularis. Cells are smaller and deeply eosinophilic. They are arranged in anastomosing and branching cords. In between these cords, sinuses are present. And this zone, this part is medulla. It consists of large medullary cells arranged in cords, and in between these cords, sinuses are present. Now will you draw proximal and distal tubules? Proximal tubules have smaller lumen. They are lined by low columnar cells. Their cytoplasm stain deeply eosinophilic. Apical surface of the cells shows microvilli. And basal region shows basal striations. Its cut section shows 3 to 5 spherical nuclei in the center. Distal tubule have a larger lumen. They are lined by a simple cuboidal epithelium. Cell height is low, and cytoplasm is lightly eosinophilic. Basal striations are present, but microvilli are less in number. Its cut section shows 6 to 8 spherical nuclei in the center. Now, renal corpuscle, it comprises Bowman capsule, which is double wall, cup shaped. It has two layers, outer parietal layer, inner visceral layer. In its concavity, tuft of capillaries is present, known as glomerulus. Outer parietal layer is lined by simple squamous epithelium, while inner visceral layer is lined by podocytes. Primary follicle. This proliferation of granulosa cells, which are cuboidal cells, occur at one end of the ovum, and these layers of cuboidal cells or granulosa cells collectively known as stratum granulosum. Ovum also increases its size. This stage is known as multilaminar primary follicle. Soon irregular spaces appear in between these granulosa cells, and with these spaces, this follicle is known as secondary follicle. In this follicle, you can see ova also increases its size. And the connective tissue surrounding these follicles become organized into theca folliculi, which has two layers, inner cellular and outer fibrous. Soon these irregular spaces join to form a large crescent-shaped cavity known as antrum folliculi, which is filled with liquid known as liquor folliculi. This ovum also increases size, and the cells surrounding immediately surrounding this ovum become elongated and columnar. This layer is known as corona radiata. The cells with ovum project into the antrum known as cumulus ophorus. This stage is known as mature follicle. As soon as it reaches the size of 2 centimeter or more, it produces a bulge on the surface of the ovary and then ruptures, and this process is known as ovulation. After ovulation, this mass is converted into corpus luteum, which has two layers. In outer layer, small darkly stained cells are present known as theca lutein. These cells are known as theca lutein cells, and inner cells are large and pale staining with vesicular nuclei. These cells are known as granulosa lutein cells. After degeneration of corpus luteum, this mass is converted into a fibrous scar known as corpus albicans. This is slide of penis. It consists of three cylindrical masses, two corpora cavernosa lie dorsally and single corpus spongiosum lies ventrally. They are surrounded by subcutaneous connective tissue. The skin covering the penis is thin and hairless. These two corpora cavernosa are surrounded by a thick capsule known as tunica albuginea. An incomplete median septum is present between two corpora cavernosa. This septum is known as pectiniform septum. Deep artery is present in each corpus cavernosum. They consist of irregular venous spaces. They are large size. In between these venous spaces, trabeculae are present, which are made up of collagen fibers, elastic fibers, and smooth muscles. Corpus spongiosum is also surrounded by a thin fibrous sheath. Penile part of urethra passes through the corpus spongiosum. Venous spaces are smaller in size and trabeculae are thinner. The lining epithelium of urethra here is pseudostratified columnar. अब यहाँ पे आपने ख्याल रखना है, एक तो ये जो आप ड्रॉ करोगे ये सर्कल में आपने ड्रॉ करना है, ओवल या रेक्टेंगुलर शेप नहीं रखनी, और स्किन आप ये बहुत थिन बनाएंगे. एक बहुत स्मॉल साइज़ के लो कलमनर सेल्स, एक दो लेयर्स आप पॉलीहेड्रल सेल्स की डाल दें, और सरफेस पे एक दो लेयर फ्लैट सेल, फ्लैट न्यूक्लियाई के डाल दें, और सबसे ऊपर आप केराटिन लेयर आप ड्रॉ करोगे. और ये सब कुछ आपने ये 1/2 सेंटीमीटर में आपने ये ड्रॉ करना है. This is slide of vagina. Its wall consists of 3 layers: mucosa, muscularis, and adventitia. Mucosa is thrown into folds. It has two components: epithelium and lamina propria. Epithelium is of stratified squamous, non-keratinized variety. This is single layer or basal layer, consists of single layer of low columnar cells, then several layers of polyhedral cells, and surface cells are flat cells with flat nuclei. These epithelial cells contain glycogen, which is washed out during staining procedure, giving these cells vacuolated appearance. Lamina propria is loose connective tissue. It contains large number of neutrophils, lymphocytes, and elastic fibers. These are small nuclei of lymphocytes. These lymphocytes invade the lower part of this epithelium. So how will we draw lymphocytic infiltration. You will draw nuclei of lymphocytes at the border of these cells in the lower part of epithelium. This is lamina propria and muscularis. Consists of 2 layers of smooth muscles, inner circular, outer longitudinal. Outermost layer is adventitia. It consists of a dense connective tissue with blood vessel, lymphatics and nerves, and it also contains large number of elastic fibers. This is diagram of testes. These are cut section of seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules are lined by seminiferous epithelium, which has 2 types of cells, Sertoli cells and sustentacular cells. Sertoli cells are tall columnar cells that extend from the basement membrane up to the lumen. They have lateral irregular margins, and on its luminal surface these cells show grooves in which are embedded heads of maturing spermatozoon. These spermatogenic cells are arranged in 4 to 5 layers. Most immature cells, spermatogonia, lie just over the basement membrane. These are all spherical, roughly spherical cells. These spermatogonia divide and give rise to large-sized primary spermatocytes. Primary spermatocytes divide and give rise to secondary spermatocytes, and secondary spermatocytes divide and give rise to spermatids. Spermatids does not divide further and is transformed into spermatozoon. This is intertubular connective tissue, and these large acidophilic ovoid cells are arranged in groups. These cells are known as interstitial cells of Leydig. They have darkly stained nucleus in the center. These cells produce testosterone. अब आप लोगों ने ये जो सर्टोरी सेल्स बनाते हुए ख्याल रखना है, ये जो सस्टेंटिकुलर सेल्स या सर्टोरी सेल्स हैं, ये इसके इरेगुलर मार्जिन्स हैं, लेकिन ये जो आप लेटरल मार्जिन्स ये निकालेंगे तो इसका ये ख्याल रखना है कि ये स्पर्मेटोगोनिया और प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट्स की जस्ट अबव आपने ये इसका लेटरल मार्जिन या लेटरल बॉर्डर आपने ड्रॉ करना है. ये इरेगुलर मार्जिन्स हैं, और जो आपने ल्यूमिनस सरफेस है वो भी आपने एपिथेलियम के अंदर ही एम्बेडेड रखनी है. इसको ल्यूमिनस सरफेस को यहाँ पे एक्सटेंड नहीं करना. और आप स्पर्मेटोजेनिक सेल्स का आप ये साइज़ का ख्याल रखेंगे. सबसे बड़े साइज़ के सेल्स आपको नज़र आ रहे हैं प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट्स. उससे थोड़े से छोटे आप बनाएंगे स्पर्मेटोगोनिया, और स्मॉल साइज़ आप बनाएंगे सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट्स एंड स्पर्मेटिड्स.